Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Ito, and if you're watching this in the future, uh, probably don't know that this is actually a VOD, but I'm not recording this live. This is just a demo that I wanted to go ahead and cast over since I have a contract to cover all of the NERO Esports games, and this one's going to be on D2 against our boys at UGK, excuse me, Esports. Talking is difficult, but maybe actually being able to make any ground on the B site might be a little bit more difficult. NERO Esports, with a very quick push over towards B bomb site, are really not winning almost any of their duels. Maz is able to win a couple, which is really great news for them, and actually he's going to make it 3-4! Maz is going absolutely insane at the moment and has actually made this round possible, and there's barely any time off the clock, which makes it even more absurd. Zebra is watching from mid B, however, and should be able to close it out, but that's not the case. What the hell was that? A crazy way to start for Maz in NERO Esports off the back of his ace. We'll take the first round. I was not expecting to get that hype that quickly, but holy hell, Maz just completely blew my mind. A crazy ace to start us off on the pistol, and NERO Esports will be riding that momentum. It was a 2v4. There's almost zero chance it would have worked out if Maz didn't get that massive kill streak. And holy hell, they got to be praying on their lucky stars that he just went massive like that. UGK will be holding up over towards Catwalk, trying to find an early pick here. Luke K probably just going to be trying to go for a drop after he takes an initial shot or two. And I don't believe Poloki actually spotted him. So this is still a pretty winnable position for UGK. Not obviously optimal considering what they're up against, but they have forced up every last dollar into making this round possible, so you can at least try to set your sights high and hope they can make something out of it. Gur's watching towards tunnels, and the mid-B setup isn't half bad, all things considered. But as the smoke fades, they're going to have to deal with a new character on the block. That's going to be Luke K. He doesn't get much of anything. There's an accident kill, actually, over towards A long, I think it was. And yeah, UGK probably just have to go ahead and save these guns. They invested a lot of money into this round, and their results are going to be pretty lackluster. Not the end of the world, but not exactly great either. Yo, what's up, Frey? How you doing, man? Glad to see that you reinstalled CS, my dude. I'm just covering a couple of more demos at the moment. Since, again, I'm covering every single UGK game. All of UGK, speaking of which, or covering every NERO game, not UGK game, excuse me. Frey, I'm doing alright. I'm kind of tired, honestly. This has been a pretty rough week for me, but I'm staying in there, and I'm trying to focus on like all the stuff that I need to do, and I'm actually doing pretty alright once I kind of focus on that. So, you know, not the best in the world, but if I can get through this week, everything should be cool. I'm actually looking forward to going to the gym tonight, which is kind of weird, but just kind of goes to show you like how out of it mentally I am. Kind of a bonus round of sorts from NERO Esports. Or not even a bonus. I just remember they're going to be up against pistols. They didn't save anything there. Not even that scout, so a much deserved bonus round. GK are going to be stacking over towards A, although they threw that fake smoke over towards mid to try to go ahead and ward off the NERO Esports side from just rushing it. Relatively common stack that you see. UGK unfortunately don't have that amazing of positions. They're going to flash themselves out over towards mid and actually be granted with one free kill, a second one courtesy of Zebra. But they're not going to be ready for what happens in the long term here. The collapse from the pistols is going to be decent. It will come down to a 2v1, but from there, the pistols can't really do enough damage to actually offset the immense amount of pressure that NERO Esports pincer put on them. So, because of that reason alone, 3-0. And it's looking pretty good, honestly. For the T side, if they can win this first gun round, they can go ahead and, honestly, probably just hold on to the momentum. Not for the rest of the half, but at least for a good majority of this half. So, you know, definitely something to keep an eye on here. No Name will actually find the first kill. And let me actually check the record of these two teams for you, because I forgot. NERO Esports are 7-3 at the moment, and same story with UGK. So both are actually doing really well. in the ESEA main season. I know the core of NERO Esports didn't exactly have the best run, excuse me, in season 34. I think they finished 8-8 or something. So they're already doing pretty damn well, close to beating that record and close to beating down the UGK side, because on this gun round, well, while they are meeting a lot of contention, they had a lot of good stuff going for them, and they actually still do. When it comes to someone like Crackshot, he, not usually the player that I look forward to for the craziest frag streaks and all that amazing glory play, but he knows most definitely how to pull it off when needed. Not going to get too excited yet. Getting this bomb down is going to be probably the most difficult task, albeit I think the player is going to be maybe a little bit more of an issue. Almost nothing he can do. Saving this gun, trying to burn down the clock. So many options that he has in theory, but I'm not quite certain if any of them will pan out in the long term. There's the first shot, and now it becomes a lot more winnable. Knows where the second is, No Name, and so all No Name has to do is just kind of scope in over towards bomb. The flash comes in through window. Crackshot tosses a shot out, still confirming the position, and now Crackshot will move into the firing range where the op can reign supreme. No Name gets that clutch shot towards the end, but that was a bit too close for comfort. The wide swing, oh, it was incredibly scary. If he didn't hit that shot right there, I'm not certain if UGK would have won that round whatsoever. It was a really nice attempt from NERO Esports regardless, or from Crackshot, I should say. In a 1v3 like that, it's incredibly difficult. The fact that he got it that close, burned the clock down to a really extraordinary degree, means a lot. And thing is, because of their pretty decent results so far, NERO Esports, although they have lost a round and they have had to spend a decent amount of money just to get the scoreline that they're currently imposing, they're going to be able to buy up, even if they have to give up a couple of rifles for it. You see double deagles on Crackshot and Ploki, respectively, and a bit more of a aggressive default from the NERO side here, focusing mainly over towards Cat here, and UGK will actually beat them to the punch. Incredible spray down with the MP9. They're up against rifles, but you never be able to tell. Luke K stealing all the glory from his teammate, who I think kind of softened them up for all these blows into their, well, not really the head, but into their body. And very quickly, NERO Esports will probably just have to go for a late round play, hope that they can get something massive going, or just be better off trying to save their gun for the minute 15 remaining. And obviously, the latter of those options isn't exactly the greatest idea. So, you're going to see them trying to make a miracle happen. No Name in very exposed position. This is incredibly scary, but they aren't checking for it. That Molotov that JJ has on his back could easily be the savior. No Name will be spotted as he tries to unscope, and right into the maws of the beast he'll go. But there's more where that came from. NERO, sure, maybe they've taken the A site, but they don't have the C4 with them. And good luck actually trying to make a dent in this. 35 seconds now on the clock. NERO Esports have effectively burned a lot of time off this wick. That Molotov isn't going to be doing them many favors, however. And they're really going to have to rely on, again, a crazy play in from JJ this time. Through the smoke he goes, a flash in. Oh my god, he actually grabbed the bomb. Crackshot, it's not looking great for him, don't get me wrong, but he can actually retrieve this, try to get back to site here, maybe punish a player while he's going at it. Luke K, maybe a bit too big for his britches, will try going for the knife and it'll lead to his demise. Crackshot gets a bomb down just in time. However, Zebra's watching. Crackshot actually still manages to survive, and he can win this round. It's actually become a little bit more possible. Crackshot, no! He misses the op shot, and that will be the end of the line. Oh my lord. He had such a good thing going for him, but apparently wasn't quite close enough. It had me sweating a little bit. I'm pretty sure UGK were thinking the exact same thing. But a 2v4, getting the bomb plant out of it, I can be happy with that. That means that although this is going to have to be an eco for NERO Esports, they can at least afford a bit more util. They can get some of those upgraded pistols without really, ruining themselves. A mid or A long control taken from the CT side as NERO Esports are going towards the other side of the map entirely. rushing towards B, and it's going to end up like how most of my pugs do, with complete and utter carnage. Feels like I'm watching a demo of one of my pugs. They do some crazy shenanigans like that, but whatever. You know, it's relatable content. I just wanted to get that round over with. More gun spot up. And it looks like a scout was accidentally dropped on the floor. That kind of blows. Another heavy emphasis, excuse me, on B tunnels. Again, you know, having to spend a little extra money just to drop a scout on the floor. Not the best of scenarios, but if they can win this round, NERO Esports should be okay for the fall. Cat, excuse me, is caught looking the wrong way entirely. Will easily go down. This push is a lot better from NERO. So much firepower behind it. Those AKs are finding every single kill that they need to. But NERO Esports, I mean, they're not exactly healthy either. Let's be honest. JJ was the least of their concerns. Corroded Beef, Maz, Ploki, all just completely wounded. Crackshaw's the only healthy player. Surprisingly, even with that being said, Corroded Beef finds a kill over Luke. That's how? How did he find that? I thought that was a dink. Frey asks, do you know when the voting opens up for the next Big Caster Challenge? I'm not 100% certain, but I think it's at the end of the MDL season, like the regular MDL season. Or maybe it's after playoffs. That's when it goes to the top 3. So I think it would start then, yeah. I really don't even know if I'm going to make top 3, to be honest. I have no expectations, and I'm a little bit scared. I really would want to make top 3, but I just don't know how realistic it is. This is why I keep on trying to practice, even if it's on demos of ESEA main games. I have 2 MDL games later tonight. Getting lots of practice in, trying to be the best that I can, so hopefully I make it to that top 3 at the very least. And obviously I would love to win it all, but you need to be popular for that sort of thing to happen. 4 set up on Catwalk, and the smokes will come raining on through. A couple of towards CT, 1 ready for the drop. JJ is actually going to be the star of the show, pushing right in. He gets to 180 right onto Luke K. And there's a player stuck out marooned over towards A long. It will be Zebra who actually pushes out, makes a play of his own. And Cat combining with him will find 3. And we're somehow in an advantageous situation for the UGK side. Gurr will make it even more so of a wonderful feat for them. And it will be all closed out by Gurr. What an insane retake in from UGK. They deserve that round just because of the sheer amount of effort put into making that one actually get to its conclusion. 8. All the way down. We'll be seeing number 9 come through. Still even Stevens. You'll start to see some of the big guns come out from both sides, really. You'll see the scout, but I'm more interested in the ops on the UJK side. Why do I keep on calling them UJK? UGK. Frey Dude says, is there a way to see the schedule for when the contestants cast MDL games or something like that? Surprisingly, it's not that easy to find. Probably the easiest way to do it is look at the MDL pages. Sorry, the HLTV pages for it, rather. Because usually the MDL contestants will be posting their page there. Unfortunately, though, like there's not really an easy way to do it, which kind of sucks. I feel like there should be a much more streamlined way, but que sera. NERO, meanwhile, I should say, found the first kill. That was towards B, back plat, I believe. Although Luke K has a really good position, I wasn't expecting big stuff from it. But you have to always be ready for the Luke K factor. How many multi-kills has he got in this game? It feels like it's such a insane amount. Well, now we're going to have to see another insane multi-frag. Not going to be the case. Corroded Beef against 4. Nearly gets a spray transfer on the Cat, but won't actually go through. So, yeah, another save for NERO Esports. Kind of sucks, but again, as I said with the MDL business from before, que sera. Sera. Whatever will be, will be. Both ops retrieved from UGK as well, so it's really smooth sailing for them at the moment. They're easily going to be able to pick off Corroded Beef. That's not even a question. The matter at hand is going to be how can they deal with this actual push up towards Catwalk. There's a Molotov in. That was actually a CT molly that ended up burning up No Name a little bit. Doesn't matter all too much. They're going to be getting out nearly unscathed regardless. That could have been a little bit scary. They were watching for the CT drop. It makes sense what they're going for, but maybe just a little bit ill-timed. Crack shot. Maybe can find one with the Deagle here, but it's not going to be the case. Should be 5 or 6 to 4. And it's looking better and better as time goes by. NERO Esports, again, their money isn't looking that great. JJ is going to have to go ahead. Either get dropped an AK-47 or just kind of go for a bit of a lackluster buy. Looks like the former will happen. They'll have all sorts of util to call their own. Seems that NERO Esports, again, just really want to focus on this emphasis over towards B. They're not going for a standard default as of recent. Just setting it for a B exec right off the bat. And thing is, that's a little bit scary because it leads to some potential issues popping up, like what's going on over towards Catwalk. 2 will aggress, and UGK basically have a solid read on everything that's going to happen this round. It's just a matter of time before the collapse actually comes through. Sure, they can give up a couple of guns, but they still should be able to win this one out here. A 2v3, Maz forces another one onto Cat. But No Name will just try to hold his ground and wait for his friends to come and save the day once more. It will be Zebra to close us. And the score improves. Now 7 to 4. That ticker is slowly counting up. It's starting to get a little bit scary at this point. I'm not going to say it's the end of the line by any stretch of the imagination, but it's undeniable that UGK are most definitely running away with this first half. It's been quite a couple on a row. 16 kills for Cat, leading the charge. Highest in the server by a decent margin, honestly. And Maz, even after that insane pistol round that he had previously, only found 3 kills since, and he won't make it number 4 right there. Luke K, just an insane aggro peak. I don't feel like that almost ever works. And yet, of course, when it comes to the ESEA main players, they can always get some crazy business going. JJ is going to try some crazy business of his own volition, and it will work just great. Gets 1 kill and runs away without taking more than about 30 HP. He has a very nice amount of HP, I dare say. NERO Esports, they have a good mid-round call here, trying to bring it up over towards long, but they will be caught on the cross. Both players, all 3 players caught on the cross. It's a complete massacre. And at this point, it feels like NERO, again, have a decent read on what to call here. Like, that was objectively the correct play to make, other than maybe trying to force Cat or just walk up Cat or something like that. I think trying to push long there was objectively the right idea, but it's just, again, even in the best case scenario, there's still 3 players from UGK watching. UGK. Fuck. I need to get that right. Now we're seeing that default come back. NERO once more on pistols. I feel like this would actually be one of the better rounds suited for a rush. Quick mid-B control is going to be on the menu for them. And I think on the menu for UGK is going to be plenty of frags. Just an aggro flashbang in. Zebra, that actually works for a kill. Which is absurd, but Cat should be able to at least find a couple of more so things don't get a little bit scary. The rush is in. And somehow the pistols will wreak havoc. I'm not sold yet. Sure, the B site is kind of a colossus to overcome, but I'm sure UGK should close this one out here. They've had such a good record of it so far. Luke, he's dry peeking in and finding kills. How does he get away with this sort of thing? Not once, but twice in a row. He didn't... Look at UGK. Look at the left side of your screen. They didn't use any flashes at all. And yet they still won that one out flawlessly. That is just absurd. That never works for me, man. Luke K is kind of nuts, man. I'm not going to lie. Frey, you seeing this shit, man? It's crazy. Well, As I said, this is why I can't get too excited yet. UGK are just kind of on one at the moment. There doesn't seem to be much that can stop them. NERO Esports will make a really good attempt at it, a really good go at it. They've already gotten 4 off the beast, but 6 will be the best I can hope for. And Poloki finding that first frag is pretty good. Sorry for the Telegram notifications going off in the background. I thought it disabled notifications. Apparently not. Flashes, smokes on out, and Luke K, who else, will be peering up over towards mid. Backs off into the smoke. Ben Steppa says, I can make you a cool overlay and a BRB screen for your stream in a few dollars. I appreciate it, man, but no thank you. I'm not sure if you're just going around to random streams and asking for that, or requesting that rather, but I'm good, man, thank you. Well, that aside, NERO Esports somehow managed to convert a 4v2 into a 2v2. It's going a bit more to the distance than I thought it would previously, but here we are again now in a 1v1. Maz, who is a hero of the pistol, now looks to take down No Name, who, I'll be honest, hasn't been the most flashy player. But I'm hoping maybe that could be a changing of the times for him. Maz has a pretty great angle. He's already posted it up over towards B. No Name. Does he think it's A? Oh, okay. Never mind. He's learned. He's learned his lesson. Maz is going to be going on the hunt here, and I'm not sure if the timing was in his favor. Looks like at least towards the end of it, it will be, but closer than I think would have been comfortable for any of us in a 1v1. I don't want to get too excited yet, though, because every time I feel like I have tried to get excited, it's been dashed away at the last second. NERO Esports, they've gotten a lot of really close rounds, I think. It's just that UGK are insanely superior in a lot of these settings that NERO Esports have found themselves in. No Name. Oh. Speaking of which, we'll actually find the first frag, so already superior at that initial frag game. But NERO Esports have been very, very good as well at somehow making these man differential situations look a lot more closer than you would have expected. Corroded Beef won't go ahead and show off that prowess this time, nor will Crack Shot. 10-5 at the half, and doesn't even look necessarily competitive, really. I am casting MDL tonight. Thanks for stopping by, dude. I really appreciate it, Frey. Sorry again if I'm not like super chat interactive at the moment. I'm just trying to focus on casting form and stuff like that. I have 2 games that I'm doing. I'm doing Imperium versus Russian Canadians, and I'm also doing Rebirth versus why can't I remember? Rebirth versus Team 1, which should actually be a pretty sick game. That will be at 8:30 p.m. EST. All right. Have a good one, Frey. I'll see you later, man. And right on time, second pistol will begin. Util heavy first for UGK. And initial frags once more galore for NERO Esports. A lot of these rounds move incredibly quickly. That doesn't seem to be changing as we enter the second half. UGK will have the lead as they look to push up. Flashbang missed. Doesn't matter, because Zebra will find, or No Name will find the kill anyway, excuse me. And really all UGK have to do is just press W, and they end up having a pretty decent round to call their own. 11-5. And it looks worse and worse. Because NERO Esports, yeah, they have been playing UGK rather close in a lot of these rounds. There has been some, again, 4v2s that UGK have struggled to actually convert into a win. But they have done it, you know, with good success. They actually have a 100% success rate when it comes to converting those, but they've gotten way too close for comfort, which can be at least somewhat problematic. Which means that NERO are at least in striking distance of being able to win a couple of more rounds. This might actually be one of those cases. We're entering a 3v4. The B site, again, notoriously difficult to try to retake. Plus, they don't have any utility to work with, nor a kit. I'm not going to get excited about this again. I feel like they don't have the space to work with, they don't have the util to work with, and they don't have that initial kill either. They're going to be waiting out these smokes, but then they're going to have to move at a blistering pace. Cat will be making first contact, second, third, and yeah, that's exactly what it comes down to sometimes. Somehow Corroded Beef has actually managed to make this into something a little bit more, but Luke K, who else will be leading the charge? Now 18 kills for him. We'll put 12 on the board for UGK. Not the cleanest second round conversion. Hey, Ben Steppa, remember I said that I didn't want that? Come on, bro. I appreciate it, but no thank you. Just gonna delete those messages real quick so you don't get free advertisement. Oops. How do I untime out? There we are. Shouldn't be timed out anymore, but please, again, make sure to actually listen to my answer. NERO Esports just have a couple of pistols on this third one. Not too exciting. As you can tell by the results, not much. Not much at all. And only 3 more to go before it's actually going to be turning into a win for the UGK side. Doesn't look too bad for NERO Esports as they enter their first gun round, excuse me. But what's going to be a really big issue for them is this op that No Name has. He hasn't been the craziest opper. He hasn't been, showing off massively, getting all these insane frags. It's probably been Luke or Cat who have been doing the majority of that. Or maybe in this case, it's going to be Ploki who's going to be doing it. He gets 3 over towards the B tunnels. And it's in an absolute slaughterhouse, really. They're just going to walk right into it. UGK dismantled on this first gun round. And it's not going to get any better for Zebra as he meets the other nemesis, the other crazy force for NERO. And it will be a 1v5 for No Name to try to overcome, to try to win out, or at least cause a bit more damage. Even if he doesn't win the round, if he removes 3 rifles from the equation, NERO Esports suddenly are not in a good spot financially, and it becomes incredibly more difficult for them to actually make a comeback. But JJ, he wins pretty much every rifle gunfight that you can hope for, and he won't falter when given the opportunity. Now NERO go up to 6. And it becomes a little bit more palatable. Flash in. Not any contention from the UGK side. I just immediately want to go for a mid-B push here. Lots of util being expended by NERO just to hold this neutral ground, but they're going to be well worth doing that. Free kill onto Luke K. Cat as well, going to be the next victim of it. And even JJ gets involved. There is a bit of a fumble when it comes to Crackshot pushing through the smoke, and it actually might feed a couple of more kills into the maws of Zebra. But they'll stabilize once more, NERO, and get this back into a 2v1. Bomb down makes it very difficult for No Name, but he has a chance. No util, the op. Now would be a really great time for him to come online and start to impress me. Does he actually walk into the smoke and grab the bomb here? He actually did. Oh, he's trying to go for the hero play. Even if he did find that kill, sure, it would have made me, jump. Maybe say some crazy stuff, but nah, he wouldn't have gotten that even in the best of scenarios. And so that'll be 7. UGK will at least be forced to get on the pistols for a round or 2. Probably just a round, knowing how the T economy works in this day and age. Especially so if they can get the bomb down somehow, which, looking how they're gunning for the A bomb site, seems very, very possible. JJ, sure he's quick on the kills, but might be a bit too much for him to try to dismantle every single player as they cross from Catwalk, especially so when Zebra can just get a 2K like that. I mean, that just works apparently, if you're a team like UGK. Nice little attempt, though, I have to say. UGK at least gave that a pretty respectable go. Getting 2 kills like that is not exactly a slouch move. And we continue a little bit more. I can't get excited yet. NERO Esports still have a long way to go before I think they're competitive against UGK. And it's because of things like that. These are some of the more aggressive players that I've seen in recent times. And this is, I mean, this is ESEA main that I'm casting. That's like a really big deal. Is that when I'm seeing ESEA main players be this aggro, it's like notable. That's how I know there's something special. UGK are winning a lot of their gunfights. It's starting to really bog down the NERO side. NERO Esports, they've had a couple of goes where they've actually gotten that first frag, but in recent history, that coin has completely flipped. Like, what can JJ do against that? You see what I mean? It's just suffocating to play against. Maz is basically going to be relying on a flash and a bit of good luck, and he'll get neither. Now Ploki will have to do the same. Probably more than just a flash, though. He's going to go ahead and have to wish on a star. Maybe that he can even save this gun. Clock will be artificially brought down to 40 seconds, so Ploki is going to be fighting for his life at this point. UGK, they don't have a ton of money, so they might not chase us too hard, but they also realize how fragile the situation is for NERO at the same time, so get ready for a bit more contention. Push right in, and a frag right found. 14. Within striking distance of a win. I need to respond to something real quick. 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. Now we're back. As for things to report on the NERO side, kind of a hero buy with this op and M4. Oh, hey, look, they're both dead. They're all dying, man. Again, this is what I'm saying by UGK are something special. When it comes to these gunfights, they are just on another level entirely. Crack shot. Maybe he's on another level entirely. What the hell is this? Excuse me, Crack? I was already looking away, expecting this to go to 15, but you've actually made a really convincing number for yourself. What the hell is happening, man? I'm not excited. You've impressed me, but this was the hardest player to overcome. At this point, I have learned to not get excited when clutches are near victory, because I know everything can change in just half a second. No Name has basically everything that he could ever hope for going his way in this 1v1. Molotov, smoke, double flashes, and AWP. And quite honestly, the best chance to get them on the match point. Smoke out towards tunnels, crack shot. Not realizing that back plat is an opportunity for him. Will try to clear it out here, but he's running out of time. In fact, he's so out of time that he's just going to have to give up the ghost entirely. No Name will not even hunt. Okay, sure. He'll die to the bomb, I guess. Lots of eco damage done, I suppose, but not enough to really make a dent into the UGK side. As they're up against match point here in NERO, they're going to have to force up everything they can. And again, wish upon a star. All right. Hero buy once more. This time it comes in the form of that AWP on JJ. As well as a Galil UMP, or excuse me, a Scout UMP. But I don't see it happening, man. Sure, this is a pug, and I already know the end result. But still, I don't understand how this would ever work out. NERO Esports, they're striking even at the moment. They're making a considerable impact on this T side. This mid-round call is going to be everything. Corroded Beef. Oh, wait. He actually has a pretty golden opportunity. He gets caught in the smoke. That should go ahead and at least force him out. But now JJ will try to take the reins. Op. And first kill found. Now he's going to be picking up another op. He's dual wielding these snipers at the moment. And holy hell. I'll be damned. NERO Esports actually win one off of that miracle. Now only 6 more to go before we, actually think about OT. And a pause as well to mark the occasion. Good time for a tech pause too. NERO Esports spirits have to be pretty high after getting that crazy victory off, but should be low regardless because just the situation that they're up against. I think UGK are going to be the ones doing all the thinking at the moment. They'll have nothing more than maybe a couple of upgraded pistols, or they could go for a bit more of a risky maneuver and just try to force. Which, considering this round deficit that NERO Esports are under, might be their best bet. You see it actually come true right there. Cat will be picking up the AK-47 at 28 kills at the moment. Maybe he can get to the 30 bomb. Honestly, at this rate, I wouldn't be surprised. If this goes a couple of rounds further, I could definitely see it being the case. Corroded Beef finds first frag, however, and that is a very important first blood. Cat once more strikes back as well. Now at 29, he's going to be looking to count the 30 alongside his teammates here, and my god, if he gets flashed through, he actually could have a real damn good shot at it. Cat stuck over towards CT at the moment. Will be just letting his teammate Gur go forward while he holds the line. He's going to be playing Hodor in this. He's going to be doing perfect. There's the 30 kills. And now it's going to be crack shot again versus the world. But Cat is just damn insurmountable. This man is a bit of a nutter, isn't he? He definitely knows how to click on heads relatively well. That is ridiculous. That's going to go ahead and do it for me. I just want to go ahead and cover one of these NERO games. I still have 3 more that I need to do. But I'll get to that a little bit later. Have some IRL stuff I need to do. And yeah, I'll see you guys a little bit later. Have a good one. I'll see you soon.